Hey everyone, thanks for stopping in. We're hopping on a plane and we're going west. Got into Salt Lake City on a Friday night, met up with a friend from Pennsylvania, and visiting our buddy Kaz who lives in Salt Lake City. As far as bikes go, we have Kaz on his brand new 2018 KTM 300 XCW. I'm riding one of Kaz's older bikes, it's a 2008 KTM 250 XC, and Brian up there in the front is riding a rented bike. We picked this bike up from a company called Tracked Out Adventures. Dude named DJ runs the show there. It's in Salt Lake City. We ended up with a 2018 KTM 250 XCW. DJ hooked us up with brand new set of tires on it, full tank of gas, an extra 5 gallons of fuel. So if you're in the Utah area or you're just flying in and you're looking to get on a bike for the weekend, honestly, you gotta check these guys out. They do dirt bikes in the summer, side-by-sides, and in the wintertime, they rent sleds and do tours up in the hills. The weather was perfect. It was like 55 degrees and no humidity, and we didn't see anybody all day long. It's like we had the whole canyon to ourselves.
Yes. So sweet.
At this point, we're probably a little bit more than halfway through the trail, and it becomes a much more rocky area and a lot less sandy. As the canyon starts coming together, it starts to get a little bit more technical.
Call me Jarvis. Oh, slotty. Very cool.
So this was day 1 of the 2-day trip. After we did Cane Creek Canyon, we had some bike troubles. Brian ended up having a mechanical issue on the older KTM. We ended up finding out we had a flat tire once we got to the next spot. But after all that, we did a lap around Hell's Gate over in Moab. Unfortunately, the batteries were dead in our GoPros, so we didn't get any footage of that. Hold up. Found a cell phone video, and I'm ripping it from Facebook. Don't mind the quality.
Yeah. Where did it all go wrong? It's got loose.
Day 2, we went to a place called Swing Arm City. We expected it to be awesome. Huge videos of big natural jumps, giant berms, but unfortunately when we showed up, it had 5 inches of snow on it. So we made do, we had some fun, but the videos we took, they just weren't any good. There was no definition because it was completely covered in white snow, and the GoPros were unfortunately aimed too low. So the footage that we did take is just unusable, and if I did share it, you'd probably get motion sickness anyways. And that's a wrap on Cane Creek Canyon. We only went a little bit further before we turned around and headed back to the truck.
So good. That was fun.
And we almost made it.
Uh-oh. Oh, fuck.
Is it broken?
Bad. It's broken. Just clipped the twig.
Wait, right there?
Yeah.
Or when they fell down the...
That's gone.
JB willed that bitch.
We ended up using the guy named Ben we found on Craigslist because all the local shops were closed. Took the brake lever off, welded it back together, sent us on our way for 20 bucks. If you're still with us, thanks for sticking around and we'll see you on the next ride.